Welcome to the PlayStation Plus review for January 2016. More adventure games. Now that's what we need. This time we get Grim Fandango Remastered. The game itself is pretty good and left me wandering around in circles trying to figure out what to do. The remastered version of this game features slightly better character assets, but backgrounds and cinematics are still pre-rendered, so you're still stuck to the original style. You do have the option to play the game in 4x3 with legacy controls and developers commentary, which is pretty nice. My favorite thing about the game is the cross-save feature with the PlayStation Vita. You get to continue your file while on the go. It's a real nice package, but since we received so many adventure games lately, I'm slightly feeling burned out. Do you remember Twisted Metal? Well, this is similar, but a lot more boring. Riding off the hype of Rocket League, we get another car combat game. If you remember these types of games, the biggest problem with them were the controls. Driving and shooting is never easy, and it proves to be the case in this game as well. Another problem I had with the game was the whole online aspect. You have to have players dropping out and leaves you driving around trying to find the last remaining player on the other team. Maybe I just don't get BioWare games. I didn't like anything of Mass Effect, and I don't like anything of Dragon Age Origins. It's an action RPG, which I typically like, but this one bored me to tears. The game starts off with a lot of story exposition, which you play, walk a few feet, and then get another cutscene. It actually takes you quite a long time to get to actually killing enemies. Supposedly the game's really good, so if you like these kind of games, give it a shot and see what you think. This game gets a lot of flack for being Call of Duty ripoff. Yes, the once pinnacle of first-person shooter games has fallen victim to the generic action movie rollercoaster ride that is Call of Duty. One minute you're a selfie sneaker planting C4 and the next you're driving a car and chasing some guy. I complain about it, but it turns out that some of it's pretty fun. Some being the key word though. Other moments in the game are so bad that you just want to snap the disc. At least the game looks good. It uses the Frostbite 2 engine and really performs well, even on the PS3. We haven't had one of these types of games for a while, a dark side-scrolling indie platforming puzzle game. Just like all of them, it looks really nice, but it has a short novelty factor. The gimmick in this one is that you draw your powers on the ground and walls. I played for about 20 minutes and got bored of it pretty quickly. Don't bother dusting off your Vita for this one. Someone in the boardroom once said, let's make a turn-based strategy game presented by the History Channel. Yes, finishing off our list is just that. The worst part of it is it's the most expensive game on the list. I did manage to muster up the courage to play this game, and I got all the way to the second level, which ended up being a stealth level. That's when I stopped. I have no idea why Sony would pick this game, but I guess the Vita has a really limited selection. So there are the offerings for this month. Utter disappointment. But hey, at least we got Grim Fandango. If you just want a game to jump into and have a lot of fun, I'd highly recommend checking out SSX. It's a snowboarding game with similar controls to the Tony Hawk games of yesteryear.